Kaiser hospitals are also experiencing staffing shortages, and their healthcare workers have voted to strike. They want a 4% raise.
The craft of bookbinding is a lost art and something you don't hear as much of. So if you ever have a book that needs to be repaired and want to grab some cheese along the way, you know exactly where to come. COVID-19 vaccines made customers more comfortable dining indoors, but some restaurants say the chance of a surge in cases would make outdoor dining a safer option. Now, don't you wish you were here? The Pink Floyd exhibition here in Hollywood Boulevard will be open until January 9, and tickets are sold on pinkfloydexhibition.com. Reporting for Valley View News, I'm MMJ Paronyan.
Employees at Kaiser Permanente who don't get the COVID vaccine are facing suspension from work. James Mack is a property manager for Kaiser. He thinks being required to get vaccinated is best for everyone.
All hospitals, all businesses are doing what they think is best for their employees and for visitors or anything like that.
President Biden mandated that companies with more than 100 employees must have them all vaccinated.
I think it's a little unfair because if people don't want to take the vaccine, they shouldn't have to. But of course, the vaccine could be safe, but then people are a little suspicious of it.
Workers at Kaiser and people at many other companies like Shane Marshall will get terminated if they don't get vaccinated.
Yeah, it's wrong. I'm not down with it. I'm looking at the same thing at my job. Shot or fired.
Juanita Lujan believes that getting the vaccine will help decrease cases worldwide.
This disease is not going to go away if these people do not take their shots.
Kaiser employs 216,000 people nationwide. In California, Governor Gavin Newsom said that 2.2 million healthcare workers had until September 30 to get fully vaccinated or be suspended. In addition to the new COVID rules, Kaiser hospitals are also experiencing staffing shortages, and their healthcare workers have voted to strike. They want a 4% raise. Reporting for Valley View News, I'm MMJ Paronyan. A long-running bookbinding business practices what's becoming a disappearing art. I recently got a chance to speak to the company's owner about his passion for keeping his craft alive.
Okay.
Located on the second floor of a cheese store in Beverly Hills is a 54-year-old bookbinding business run by a man named Jack Chitjan. He shared the background of his craft, which happens to be lost art.
My grandfather, in the late 1800s, started bookbinding, and it passed on to my dad, and then it passed on to me. So I'm third-generation bookbinder.
At age 21, Chitjan took charge of the business, which restores antique books, creates fine leather bindings for scripts, along with a touch of gold stamping.
With this machine I used for gold stamping on the book covers and everything, I can stamp logos.
The cheese store below, also founded in 1967, has its own history. Its owner, Norbert Wabnig, has been business neighbors with Chitjan all the time.
We are each other's customers. Jack has helped me out on a couple of occasions with a book that we needed bound. And, he always gets a little bit of cheese and some bread and wine.
The craft of bookbinding is a lost art and something you don't hear as much of. So if you ever have a book that needs to be repaired and want to grab some cheese along the way, you know exactly where to come. Reporting for Valley View News, I'm MMJ Paronyan.
The corner of Beverly and Larchmont is a local favorite spot for many Angelinos. This year, the Larchmont Boulevard Association and community leaders gathered with neighbors to symbolically celebrate the centennial birthday of the shopping block.
Happy birthday to you. It's really a challenging time for people in the retail business, so we hope that people will support the stores and the businesses on Larchmont.
Hundreds of small businesses build their brands by setting up their handmade creations, like organic fruits and vegetables, pastries, flowers, and much more. Carlos Vega moved from Argentina many years ago. He started Color Corners in 2017, making handmade acrylic artwork from his apartment.
It's all about a technique that I developed. It's about fluid acrylics, and I use different paints.
Larchmont Boulevard continues to thrive every Sunday as more and more small businesses get the business they need to grow. Reporting for Valley View News, I'm MMJ Paronyan. Kyle Rittenhouse's acquittal has sparked protests across the country. The 18-year-old was found not guilty on all charges in connection to a shooting in Kenosha last year. His accusations included killing 2 men with an assault rifle at a Black Lives Matter protest. Rittenhouse's defense team claimed his actions were motivated by self-defense.